Today, I have a talk for you which will take away your questions, your doubts, your confusions. It will allow enlightenment to seek you, realization to seek you. It will help you get out of your own way. First, I'm going to share a really powerful teaching with you from the teachings of Wu Hsin. We're going to break it down and go over it, and then we're going to do a guided meditation on it to really help you assimilate this message into your direct experience. So please, for the next few moments that we are together, be free of all distractions. Take your phone away, stop doing something else, and be here with your undivided attention. Be completely open, empty, receptive, allowing whatever may arise to arise. In this way, the message of this video can really get through. Enjoy. So, it is a teaching of Wu Hsin, and it says, Wu Hsin's words are directed towards that in you which was present before the superimposition of you arrived. Any attempt to process his words via this you can at best bring limited results. Trust Wu Hsin when he tells you that this enlightenment you are seeking wants to happen. It is seeking you as much, if not more, than you are seeking it. The only thing that needs to be done is to get out of your own way. Then knowing arises. So, Wu Hsin's words, and this can be said of any teaching, any genuine teaching pointing to your true nature, it is directed toward that in you which was present before the superimposition of you arrived. Any attempt to process his words or any genuine teaching via this you can at best bring limited results. And this is what, we constantly struggle with. We try to comprehend the teaching that is coming into our experience through the assumptions, through the limited perspective of being a person in a world. We're trying to fit the teaching into the context of our worldview. Here it says, any attempt to process these teachings via this you can at best bring limited results. Trust Wu Hsin when he tells you that this enlightenment that you are seeking wants to happen. Right? So there's this clarity we seek is seeking us. So it says it's seeking you as much, if not more, than you are seeking it. But the only thing that needs to be done is to get out of your own way. Then knowing arises. How many times have you really mentally struggled to grasp a teaching that just felt like out of your reach? And the more you feel like you're trying to think your way into it, the more you're trying to somehow fit it into your context of understanding, your paradigm, your worldview, and it continues to feel like it's just escaping your grasp. Here, on the path of self-inquiry, the path of silence, a new way is proposed. Rather than trying to force our way into understanding, we get out of its way. The understanding is already trying to take place. We simply get ourselves out of the way. We get out of the way that which wants to understand. So the way of silence is not to constantly entertain and address the questions, the doubts, the mental grasping that is arising. Because the you that is being referred to in this little passage it shines in your experience as this constant concerning, expecting, desiring, grasping, interpreting, labeling. That is what the quote unquote you exists as in experience. So we do not make our way into understanding by forcing our way into it through these descriptions and this grasping and this labeling and conceptualizing, but rather by letting go of it, by letting go of entertaining it, by letting go of taking it to be what I am, by letting go of pursuing it, by letting go of imbuing a sense of importance in it. The only thing that needs to be done is get out of your own way. Then knowing arises. The earlier we realize this on this path of self-inquiry, this path of silence, the better. Because you will find, maybe you will come across this teaching again and again, which says, let go and simply be. And wisdom will naturally arise, or whatever you seek to understand will naturally be understood in its own time. But you may keep going against that and keep fighting, keep resisting, keep concerning, keep expecting, only to eventually become so exhausted of it. Because also this way just only leads to frustration. Because we keep trying to understand through the mind. Obviously, understanding cannot happen because the mind keeps our limited perception intact, in which wisdom cannot shine. And the longer we do this, the more frustrated we become, not only with ourselves, but with the whole process, with the whole spiritual path. So it is absolutely, it's just totally useless. The quicker we start to see that in getting out of my own way and letting go of the constant mental grasping, not very shortly after, we start to see, hey, the things that I wished and hoped to understand are naturally now being understood. The quicker we see this, the more and more likely we are to use this approach. But this approach cannot be understood through mental grasping. So the mind says, I get what you're saying, but let me first try to mentally understand what you're saying and see if it's safe and see if it works, and then I'll practice it. But it is the other way. Only by letting go of the seeming importance and the mind trying to grasp this in your judgments and your expectations and whatnot, does this reveal itself to you. So that leap of faith that you have to take is something that only you can do before even the mental understanding of this principle takes place. So that will be the invitation today and moving forward on how to conduct your spiritual practice. Anything you ever read, even the teachings you come across in our course, in our meetings, they will naturally flower within you when you start to get out of your own way. So any attempt to process his words via this you can at best bring limited results. The only thing that needs to be done is to get out of your own way. Then knowing arises. So there's one more visual that I wish to share with you, and then we'll start our meditation. So this is a visual just to describe this principle. You see this quote unquote you. How does it exist in experience? What does it appear as? What does it arise as? It arises as concern, description, judgments. These are clouds in your seeing. This you is constantly appearing as thoughts. It's simple as that. Without thought, there is no you as you conceive yourself to be. Meaning, without thought, there's no person. Without thought, there's no concept of I am a person, I am this, I am that, I used to be, there's no story, there's no progression, there's no going from here to there. There's nothing to even grasp. Without thought, there's no spiritual attainment to chase. In absence of thought, you are as you are. And you begin to start to discover your self prior to what you conceive yourself to be. So the entire struggle is just in thinking. And you cannot get out of thinking by further thinking. You can only get out of thinking by letting it go. Or in other words, even a simpler, right? Don't even try to let it go. Simply start to become more interested in yourself. So the personal self shines as concern, description, judgment, expectation, right? How do you shine in this moment? How do you appear in this moment? You are shining in this moment as this presence. You are shining in this moment as this moment, meaning this nowness, which never changes. The sense of I, the sense of self, which does not change. It was the same yesterday, it will be the same tomorrow. It's the same now. Doesn't matter what experience is appearing, it's the same. So rather than being interested in the mind, which is so concerned with the world and the future and the past, you have to start to become more interested in your very own presence, which you feel as life in this moment, which you feel as self in this moment. You cannot think about it. Once again, thinking about it is only trying to understand it through the you. You have to surrender the you to just naturally be this. So throughout our session today, you will continue to see the mind will try to continue to arise and either take you outward, thinking about your life in the world, or it will constantly try to grasp mentally through thought what presence is, how to do it, I'm not getting it, am I doing this right? All of those are concerns that are keeping you here. Even the idea, am I doing this right, has to lose interest in it, lose concern in it. Stop identifying it with that as your voice, with that as what you are. Simply start to let go of interest in it, of belief in it. You see, in such a way, we just slip out of it. Work today at the level of attention, not at the level of thinking. Just notice the aliveness, the presence, which is already here. Be present. To be present, no thought is required. To be aware of your beingness, no thought is required. With just this simple step to step out of mind into your very own beingness, this is the only thing that needs to be done. Because in doing this, you are stepping out of the structure of quote unquote me. And you're stepping into what you truly are. This is the essence of meditation. This is meditation. Being as you are. Nothing more. I am. Not I am this, I am that. So let's proceed. Okay. That is the way that I invite you to conduct today's session. And if you have any question right now or anything, that's fine. Maybe you write it down or just let it go for now. We'll get to it later if there is anything that arises. Okay. So feel free to close your eyes. So, whatever thinking may be arising, simply don't identify. Don't believe in it as what you are, at least for the duration of our session today. Don't treat it as if that is what you are. Instead, be interested in the very seeing of it. There's awareness of it. Notice that presence, notice that awareness. The presence does not have to be created, it only has to be noticed as already present. The instruction is to notice it, not try to do something about it. The mind says, oh, okay, I think this is it. Am I doing this right? Oh, I think I got it. How do I hold on to it? That right there is the personal self. Let go. Don't believe in that activity as what you are. You are the seer of those thoughts arising. Be interested in only the seeing, the presence. You're not doing this with any motive to realize anything or understand anything. You are motiveless, intentionless presence, beingness. Simply be without wanting to be somewhere else or something else. Simply be without wanting anything, not even peace. See how thought continues to arise and tries to get somewhere or understand something or just project something. Maybe it's concerned, confused, regardless of what the mind is arising as. Have no care. Don't be interested in trying to solve its mysteries. Don't be interested in pursuing its motives. Just let go for this moment. Nothing matters. Just be and notice your beingness, the fact that you are. You don't need to quiet the mind. You cannot quiet the mind. Anything you do to try to quiet the mind will only make it more restless. Just be. You are not the mind which is restless. You are that which is aware of the mind's restlessness. Stop being so concerned over the mind and just be. Notice and become more familiar with this beingness, which has nothing to achieve or attain, which is not concerned about anything, which never changes. Discern between the real self that is present and the thoughts, the personal self which arises as thoughts. Stop imbuing these thoughts with a sense of identity, with a sense of importance. You are prior to the arising of these thoughts and whatever they project. You are that which is aware of their arising and passing. Thoughts are words. Thoughts are noise. You, that which is aware of thoughts, are silent, silently aware, wordlessly aware. Stop trying to mentally understand. Stop trying to get somewhere. Stop trying to achieve something. On the path of silence, the very sacrificing of these brings everything that we seek. But while we continue to hold on to these expectations and wants and interpretations, we close ourselves off from that which we are. Sacrifice the lesser for the greater. Don't cling to these interpretations, these expectations. Don't cling to your worldview. Don't cling to what you believe is true. That keeps us small. Step into the unknown. Step out of concepts. Step out of words. Step out of the belief, I am a person. Step out of the belief, I am so and so. Not by creating another belief that I am nothing, I am all embracing awareness. These are also just nonsense words. Cease to identify or label yourself as anything. Cease to project what you are as a concept, as an idea. Let go of this wordplay. That is the way. That is the way of silence. You can feel free to open your eyes. Strive to implement this approach in your spiritual practice every day moving forward. Stop trying to force your way forward. Push your way forward. Instead, understand that you are being pulled. So go freely. You are being pulled by the same power which brought this teaching into your life. So let go of resisting. Let go of clinging to the false. If you need help and support on this journey to grow your practice, I have many resources available for you. You can join our daily teachings club. You can download my self-inquiry guide. You can join our community. Join our School of Awakening. All of those links are in the description box below. There are plenty of resources that will continue to support you and guide you in the right direction, keep you consistent and clear. So please take advantage of that. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope it really connected with you deeply. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you next time.